Today I discovered that there is a television show on BBC called The Great British Sewing Bee, and I need to find where I can watch this. Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I am going to be doing the What's on My Shelf tag, I believe is what this is called. I just saw basically Brit do this on her channel. I didn't finish watching it because the light bulb went off and I was like, I need to do this, and if I don't do this now, I might not get it done before Thursday and then there won't be another video. So this is what I'm doing. I'm currently struggling for video ideas, so if you have any, leave them down below, because I just have been in such a slump with my reading, and not in the fact that I don't want to read, but also in the fact that I don't want to read. It's been weird. I am currently reading 3 books, and if y'all have been following me for a while, you know that I am a one book at a time kind of person, but I am currently reading 3 books and I haven't finished any of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days are left in this month, counting today. So we're doing great. But with all that, I feel like I'm at a loss for what to do, so we are going to do the what is on my shelf. Normally I think I would ask y'all for numbers, but since this was very spur of the moment, I looked up a number generator, and so we're going to use that. I tried to get this where you could see my whole shelf. That's not gonna happen, but just know there's the top one up there. And then I also grabbed, oh gosh, the stack of books that I keep on my nightstand, and we're gonna count this as a shelf. So from what I can understand, I need to do a number between 1 and 6, since I have 5, right? Yeah, 5. Since I have 5 shelves here.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And then we're gonna count the nightstand as a shelf, and then I generate another number. I'm gonna do between, what did I put down? 1 and 28, because I counted on this shelf, and this shelf has 28 books on it, and I'm going to guess that this is the shelf that has the most books on it, so that's the one we're gonna go by. And I'll just do this a couple of times until I feel like I have enough content. I don't know how these things work. Let's generate 5. Gonna do this shelf. Clearly my coffee hadn't kicked in, because that is not the 5th shelf. I'm ashamed, is all I can say. 1. Okay, Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. This is an ARC I got at the North Texas Teen Book Festival last year. Is that when I went? I believe so. I could have told you about this book a while back, but now I can't really. But what I remember is that it's a group of female pirates and they're out to get someone, I believe. This was in a bag I got for going to like a Penguin Teen panel thing that kind of like got you excited about their new releases and stuff, and this was in the tote bag I got, and I love and use the tote bag quite a bit, but I still haven't read this book, and honestly I don't know if I will ever get to it, so that's a bit disappointing, but we'll see. And before people ask, no, I did not make it to the North Texas Teen Book Festival this year because I was struggling with a paper that I had due on Monday and was nowhere near finishing, and I finished it, and it ended up being a great weekend because I got to see Mr. Wives perform, which, by the way, first of all, go listen to Mr. Wives. Second of all, them live is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Also, discovered a new band, Dayglow. Go check them out too. So, am I disappointed I didn't make it? Yes, but it's fine. It worked out. Alright, try number 2, 3, 12. Well, it's this poetry book, which if you saw my Do I Have That Book challenge that I did recently, I pulled this out for Do You Own a Poetry Book? Because I do. I got this at a bookstore in Austin. I believe it's called Maverick Books. It's a bunch of like self-published authors and indie publishers, and I also bought this book when I was there. Or did I order this on Amazon? Check that. I ordered this on Amazon. What did I buy with this though? I bought this at Maverick Books. I think that's also poetry, yeah. Poetry and prose. It's one of those things you do when you like want to be hip, but you still haven't read it. And look how thin this thing is. I could knock this out in a day. You know what? I'm gonna read this today, and then I will have at least finished a book this month. Mark my words, that's what I'm doing. Now I'm pretty sure I got that on Amazon. I don't know why I bought it, except for that it has a bear on the cover, and I like bears, and I wanted to be, you know, cool and read poetry or something. I don't know. But obviously it has gone unread, but it will be read tonight, so I can say I've read a book this month. 4 and 2. Hourglass by Myra McIntyre. This book is one that my cousin and I were going to buddy read at one point when we were doing a book a month together. We have now dumbed that down to we just once a year both read the same D.E. Stevenson book because we discovered we're both really bad at buddy reading and at like book club type things. So I still haven't read this, but I bought it with the intent of reading it, and maybe at some point I'll read it, maybe in October, because I think it's supposed to be like a spooky book. I love the cover. I think the cover is very cool looking, but have not read the book. Which I will say, basically every book on this shelf I have not read, because the whole point of these books being here with me in my apartment is the fact that I haven't read them, and then being here means I might pick them up and read them. So basically every book you see, I'm gonna say I haven't read it. Disclaimer. 6 and 1. This book has taken me almost over a month, maybe already over a month, to finish reading. Shades of Grey by Jasper. I still think it's pronounced Ford. I don't know, I should look this up. It has a very 1984 vibe by George Orwell. It's about this world that's our world, but later. And color is the caste system in the sense of what kind of colors you can see, because some people can only see reds, some people can only see blues. But also everyone can see color because there's like a synthetic color like market or something. It's not bad by any means, but it's not grabbing me, and so it's taking me forever to read. It's due back to the library on the 1st or the 3rd, something like that, and I need to finish it before then, and I will. Look how little I have left. Maybe I'll also read this some tonight. I just struggling, guys. That's all I can say. 4 and 8. The Beekeeper's Apprentice by Lori R. King. I picked up this book from my library's used bookstore simply because of this cover, and I love bees. My family used to keep bees before they all swarmed and left us, and I just love bee stuff, and this cover is phenomenal, so I picked it up. And it is a Sherlock Holmes retelling where a young, I believe, journalist helps out, something along those lines, and I just haven't picked it up yet. But a guy who I work with at my library says that they are a really good series, but that there is a really big age gap, so we'll see how I feel about that if I ever get to it. And fun fact, this is like the rest of the series right here. 6 and 19. Do I have 19 in the stack? I don't have 19 in the stack, but I just started back at the top and counted down again, and I have The Man from Shadow Ridge by, Brock and Bodie Theone. It's right there in big letters. This is a book that, hang on, I grabbed it because this one caught my eye because it says grizzly in it, and again I like bears, so I wanted to read this one, but apparently that's like the 4th one in a series and this is the 1st one. And this is a series that my aunt actually left at my house because she thought that I would enjoy it, and so it's just been sitting on a table downstairs in our living room, and I just haven't grabbed it yet. But I have grabbed the 1st one and brought it here with me in the hopes that I will read it and then read the series. So I don't know anything about it, I just know she says that I will probably enjoy it, especially since I've been getting into westerns again, so that's why I have it here. I just, yeah, been recommended it. 3 and 13. City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. This is a middle grade ARC that, again, I got at the North Texas Teen Book Festival last year, and I know basically nothing about it except for that it is good for a spooky middle grade, and it is simply a spooky middle grade, and that people have been liking it, and yeah, got it for free. 1, finally a 1 and 17. I had to sit up for this. Cadre Space by Alan Dean Foster. When I was super into Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I still am super into it, you should definitely read it, I was told that Alan Dean Foster had a book that was not similar exactly, but like had the same kind of vibe that Douglas Adams does, and so I was trying to find that one, and I couldn't. It's at Half Price Books. I want to say in San Antonio, but I found some other ones that I thought were interesting, and this was one of them. And what caught my eye is down here where it says, "The toasters are coming. The toasters are coming." It really sparked my interest. I haven't read it yet. I started reading it once, and then I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time, so I stopped reading it after like 3 or 4 pages. So we'll see what happens when I read it eventually. Let's see. I'll do a couple more. Just kind of watching the time on the camera. 5, by the way, to see how many minutes I've been recording. 1. 5 and 1. The Art and Life of Georgia O'Keeffe. I don't think I've shown y'all this book. Oh, and it's by Jan Garden Castro. I ordered this from Thrift Books, and I haven't read it yet. It's basically what it says, The Art and Life of Georgia O'Keeffe, which, if you are new, hello. I love Georgia O'Keeffe. My favorite book in 2018. Look at that. Look how beautiful it is. was Weekends with O'Keeffe by C.S. Merrill. And since then I have just been making a Georgia O'Keeffe collection, and this has been added to it. 6 and 5. The Mountain Valley War by Lewis L'Amour. This is the 3rd book in the Kilkenny series by Lewis L'Amour. I actually have read this book. I need to return it. Why do I have this here? I don't know why I have this here, to be honest. Really great book. Really great series. If you like westerns, in the mood for a western, the Kilkenny trilogy-ish by Lewis L'Amour is my all-time favorite. Highly recommend. Oh, check it out. This is the 3rd one. And no, this isn't the 3rd one. Mountain Valley War, this is the 2nd one. Ignore me. This is the 2nd book. Kilkenny's the 3rd book. But this is really neck and neck with Kilkenny. Kilkenny used to just be my all-time favorite, but this one's right up there. I really like this one. 3 and 24. Mutant Message Down Under by Marlo Morgan. I got this at my library's used bookstore. I think when I was like getting into kind of nature-esque books, and I just thought it sounded interesting. I don't quite know what happens in it. I know about a woman and it has to do with Australia. That's all I know. I do still want to get to this. I do think I will enjoy it once I eventually get to it. I just haven't gotten to it. But at this point, there's a lot of books in my life that I haven't gotten to. So 1 and 22. This is the Audubon Society Pocket Guides, Familiar Butterflies of North America. There is, in one of the buildings I take classes at, there is a table that almost always has free books on it, and I always kind of glance as I walk by and see what they have, and one day they had this sitting at the top. I didn't bother even trying to talk myself out of it, because it is literally just a little book that's filled with butterflies that are common in North America. And I just thought it was so cute and so simple, and it was free. So I grabbed it and I love it. I see these a lot. These are clouded sulfurs. Or is it these that I see a lot? I don't know. These are little yellows. Oh, I like this. This is called a question mark and a comma. Do they have an exclamation point? Oh, that's cool. I just realized that it shows you, so that's what they look like with their wings open, and then that's what they look like with their wings closed. So just a nifty little book. I like it. I think we'll do 2 more and then we'll call it good. I want something on the 2nd shelf. I haven't had anything up there. Can you see that? It says 2. There it is. It says 2. Speak things and they will happen. 15. I don't want to update. No, not now. Go away. Agatha Christie's The Big 4. I'm trying to read more mysteries. I know I love Agatha Christie, and every now and then I find one of her books for super cheap at a thrift store with these beautiful new covers, and so I get it. I will say though, the one of her books that I own that I'm most excited to get to is The Body in the Library, because it says library in the title. 128. So it's in this little package. It was volume 1. And this is Charles Dickens's The Christmas Books. This is volume 1. So this one has Christmas Carol and The Chimes. I have read A Christmas Carol, but I have not read The Chimes, and I have not read The Cricket on the Hearth, The Battle of Life, or The Haunted Man. But I got this at my library's used bookstore because I love Charles Dickens. Some people say that they don't like his writing style and how it is so wordy and like overly descriptive, but I honestly really like that. So I really like his writing style. I've only read 3 of his books, 2 of his books. I haven't read that many considering how much I enjoy them, so I want to read more at some point. Eventually I will. But yes, so I believe these are all Christmas related. I'm assuming, at least, since it is called The Christmas Books. So that is it for this video. Comment down below, let me know any video ideas you have, because I will be doing a wrap-up, but other than that I can't think of stuff to do when you're not reading as much, because I have all these planned, but they all require me to read and read regularly, and that's just not happening as of late. So let me know any suggestions you have or any tags you'd like to see me to do, because tags are always a good go-to. Also comment down below and let me know of the books that I pulled off of my shelf today, which one you think I should read first besides Instant Winner, the poetry book that I maybe will get to tonight. Hopefully we'll get to tonight. We'll see. I'm worried though, like if I read it I'm not gonna like it, but like it's poetry, so I tend to not always love poetry. I'm setting myself up for failure, I feel like, but I want to be able to say I read at least 1 book this month. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all again in another one soon.